How I started my bill account. Hi, I'm MR3. In this channel, we talk about frugal living, budgeting, saving money. If you like this kind of content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment. You see, I'd like to start off by saying Happy New Year, everybody. How I started my bill account was when I got my tax refund. I took out like $500 to open a new account for my bills. And you can listen to the story on one of my first videos I've done. And I tell about how I had to ask my pastor how he did money or bills, because I wanted to build up my account and not live paycheck to paycheck so I could start budgeting. But when I first started out with my bill account, I remember getting my tax refund, cashing it, and opening up a new account, as I mentioned. And I put $500 in there. Then, since I got paid weekly, or I forgot if I was at working at a Wendy's or at a grocery store that I worked at. But what I would do is, I believe I was at Wendy's, but what I did was I got paid bi-weekly, so I would figure out all my bills and I would put half the money in my bill account from my first check, and on the second check I would put in another half of it. At that time, my bills would probably equal to $500 because I lived with a roommate. So I just put like $250 into my bill account that week. And I kept up with that every month or every paycheck. Then when I moved on to the grocery store I worked at, I started putting in, I believe it was like $125 every week. But I still put in money in my savings account. But that's how I started my bill account. What this did was I never had to worry about my bills. So I could just have my savings being built up, and then I could just live off the personal checking account that I had. So this helped me in the long run. I still use this version today, but I may have added a couple more accounts. But this is the basic budgeting plan I have stuck with for 2007 or 8. I forgot what year I actually started this, but after talking to that pastor, I've done it, and it made a world of difference. So, being that it's almost tax time, or time we do taxes, I don't know when you get your tax refund. I started this account around this time of the year. And if you want, you can try this. So what you want to do is, when you get your tax refund, add up all your bills, maybe the last 3 months, because inflation has really been going up. So what you want to do is add up all your bills. Look at your bank statements or look up your statements online. Add them all up. And if you want to put grocery in there, you can. So you can build up this account. Maybe it's $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month. But you can, I don't know how much you get for your tax refund. But if you get enough for 1 month payment, maybe you want to put it in there. So when you get your next paycheck, you can put in half if you're if you get paid bi-weekly, or you can put in a fourth if you get paid weekly. Like I said, I've done it both ways. So you can try this and see if it helps. And I stole this idea from my pastor. He said they had a church account which handled all their bills and all that. And then I won't get into the rest, but that's what they did, and they put money in savings. So I always build up my savings, maybe 10%. That's the least I would go, 10%. But I don't know your situation. You could probably put $5 in if you're really struggling or if you're paying off debt. But this is how I would do it. And this is how I started my bill account back in 2007 or 8. So it's been a long time, and I haven't really struggled. I mean, I struggle as much as most people do that budget, that have a place for their money, who live a frugal life. And that's why I came up with this name, the Frugal Cyborg. But the cyborg is this out of fun and games. But you could try this method of budgeting. But I didn't know at the time that what I was doing when I was writing out everything, listed out all my expenses and putting it into the bill account, I was actually using the Dave Ramsey method, that every dollar, because I had a place for every dollar at that time. But I was writing out everything on pieces of paper, and back then I had vision, so I could see what I was writing. And it took me maybe a couple of weeks before I got it to where I wanted, because I knew I had a couple of weeks to budget out my plan, and that's when I would get my tax refund. So if you like this kind of budgeting method, you could try it. But if you don't have to do it. We never have to do anything we don't want to do. There are many other budgeting methods on here, but just keep living frugally, and just keep having fun while you're living frugal. Enjoy life. This is a new year. I'm just making this video for those who might want to try something different, a different budgeting system or budgeting method. It's all up to you, but I just hope whatever system works for you, or whatever method works for you, that you keep doing it all the way in 2023. If you like this kind of content, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. I'm MR3, and remember, you are all awesome.